This is Reframe, the podcast from the College of Education, Health, and Society on the campus of Miami University. Last time, we talked to an EHS doctoral candidate and Ohio superintendent about the challenges of managing educational policy. And in the end, he said it's not really the policies that will ultimately make a real difference, but rather it's the quality of people who actually work in schools. So in this episode, we have a story about an exceptional educator who literally participated in an out-of-this-world experience, and all for the benefit of her students. When a colleague suggested she apply for the prestigious and extremely selective Honeywell Educator Space Camp program, she thought it might be a long shot. But a fear of failure is not something that bothers Jackie O'Brien.
I thought there's no way that they're going to accept me for this. So I thought, I don't know if this is going to happen, but we'll try it.
As a graduate of Miami University's College of Education, Health, and Society, O'Brien is an educator at Indian Hill Elementary School in Cincinnati, where she's currently creating a new STEM curriculum to focus on science, technology, engineering, and math. And this is also where she regularly teaches 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders about the importance of STEM, critical thinking, problem-solving, collaboration, and yes, even the merits of failure.
There's a big part of my class we talk about failure and knowing that you're not always going to get something correct the first time that you do it, but it's all about that perseverance and why did it not work and questioning it and what could I do differently, and that's the biggest thing that I want my students to learn.
So when the chance to attend the space camp arose, she didn't hesitate. She took a chance and gave it the best effort she could. And it turns out, perhaps not surprisingly, that Honeywell was also looking for the same kind of perseverance and grit and passion for science that O'Brien wants her own young students to embrace. And when the acceptance letter actually came, she was really excited, and for a very good reason, too. Every year, Honeywell Educator Space Camp receives over 3,000 applications from a global audience of teachers who all hope to be among the select few to join the intensive program. In fact, O'Brien was one of just 108 teachers from 45 states and 33 countries who attended the U.S. Space and Rocket Center during her week-long visit, which included real astronaut training, lab experiments, numerous scenario-based simulated space missions, and much more. The entire program is designed around one goal: to help educators like O'Brien create even more dynamic and engaging science-based learning environments within their own classrooms back home.
I got to do the multi-axis trainer and different astronaut simulations and go to Mars and go to the moon. And so on top of all the things that the space campers get to do, there was also all the teacher resources and lessons and things we got to do that we could then bring back to our schools and do with our students.
The Space Camp takes the idea of professional development to an entirely new level, and the networking opportunities are tremendous as well, especially considering the wide breadth of international perspectives O'Brien also gained by meeting other passionate STEM teachers from all around the world.
And it was absolutely incredible just being able to talk to them about, their educational system and things that they do, and also just learning about, their cultures and just hearing about how they teach STEM and how their districts are run, and just being able to have that, now have this network of other teachers who, we can bounce ideas off of. We're still connected through Facebook and different things.
So now, after her intensive and what she calls life-changing training, O'Brien is back home again, and she's ready to use her new educational tools and resources to continue improving her new STEM curriculum by introducing more Earth and space science standards to enrich classroom projects. Plus, after being interviewed by a leading Cincinnati TV station, she's also become somewhat of a local science celebrity.
It was fun when the students were starting and saying, "Oh, Miss O'Brien, I heard about you and I saw you on the news." And I got my own blue flight suit when I was down there. So when I'm teaching my STEM classes every Friday, I have a new group of kids every week. So every Friday, I wear my flight suit, and I call it Flight Suit Fridays. So I get to wear that. They get to kind of see it, and it's fun. I think they enjoy it.
But more importantly, she says, is that her students are also really starting to enjoy science. And the newfound excitement and enthusiasm she's generating is directly related to her space camp experience, which her students also benefit from simply by being in her class.
When I think about kids, having the opportunity to go to different camps, and, I remember myself when I was younger thinking, wow, that space camp, that sounds pretty amazing, and never having an opportunity to do it. If a kid goes, then that they have that experience. That's one child. But if you send a teacher to a space camp, I have that knowledge with them. It's kind of that ripple effect. So, you send a teacher and there I go, but then I also, I have about 500 students in this building that I then have an opportunity to go and work with and teach and share my knowledge with. So I think that was the biggest impact for me. It wasn't just, one student goes and has an experience, but as a teacher I go, and I'm now able to share that information with all of my students in the building.